Let's hide in that stairways. Hey! Go! Get that point now! Whoa! No. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. I'm not sure. Just a minute. I'm gonna check this microphone. Okay, I think it's working. Aloha everyone. It is Tuesday, June 9th. Tuesday, June 9th. Yeah, let's get some of this going on here. Put that over there.
It's bright.
It's bright. No, it's not that bright. I just charged the batteries though. Okay, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Toastmasters. Oh gosh, I think I'm a timer, so I just gotta be prepared for that. I got various appointments that were rearranged, so I'm just like, okay, I don't have one that was for today. It was it's been kind of crazy. March, April, May. At the end of May was just a jumble of weird. I don't know why. And then I look at the news stuff and it's a jumble of weird. And I wonder if it's like, connects to the zeitgeist of just everybody sees news. I think a lot of people do. I mean, this channel is just like, man, it's ridiculous. But it does have an effect on people. So, a little vlog, little news. The birdies are kind of wary of me, so they're staying their distance. This is saying I'm haunted. Yeah, sure. There. And then there's I don't know, stuff. Michael sees some stuff going on, so I just did it. I'm the sun comes up earlier, and I have to kind of get afternoon. It's like a mandatory afternoon nap because I get like 4 or 5 hours. I get 5 hours sleep, and it's like at the afternoon. So, anyways, enough of that blah. And yeah, stuff in the news. There's a lot of chitter chatter about that midterm election stuff. A lot of that governor of California, which is a major thing they're looking at, because Trump gets so much flack from the current governor, Gavin Newsom. And California is a powerful area. So when they're electing people, they're just going, the Trump administration, especially Trump, is going, he wants to make sure he can get a Republican there so he can have someone under his thumb that does what he says. He says, and they say how high, that kind of thing, the sycophant effect. And it's sort of not working out with that part of the primaries for the midterm elections. So California has that mashup mock, they call it a jungle thing. The 2 top people go to the general election in November. Then the 2 top people might be both Democrat. Because there was one Republican. What the heck was this? I'm not following this too closely. There was one Republican. What was it? Oh, Pratt the Brat. Now this was for the mayor of Los Angeles, which is like 14 million plus people, right? And it's usually a Democrat thing that would happen. The mayor of Los Angeles would usually be Democrat. But this particular Republican, not Chris Pratt, what the heck, Pratt, something. Anyways, this guy was like some reality TV host guy, kind of a Pete Hegseth type. And he got very popular somehow with TikTok, social media, whatever social media followers. So he scored a big click population from social media. But that doesn't necessarily translate to actual voters, boots on the ground, people voting. My channel's popular, they're going to vote for me. No, the actual voters, being more Democrat, he didn't quite get the votes he needed to get to be one of the top two. So the top two are going to be both Democrats, whatever, mayor of Los Angeles. So when Pratt fell out of the, top two to go on to the primaries, general election, when he fell out of that race, it's because they started to count the votes in California, which, I think people generally know that the mail-in voting is usually the Democrats. It used to be the Republicans, the old Republicans in Florida. I'm retired, give me a mail-in. Or maybe overseas with military. But the old Republicans would use the mail-in ballots. Even Trump uses mail-in ballot. But now, generally, mail-in ballots are used a lot by Democrats. So they're mail-in. So they're, you mail them in by the election time, and then they go through the mail, and then they arrive, and then they get counted. So all the ones that voted in person get counted first, and then the mail-ins trickle in, and they get counted a little later. So when they're counting, and they're notoriously slow in California for counting, it looks like the Republican guy, Pratt in this case, is winning. And then the mail-ins start to trickle in, and then he's not. And he goes down. So it takes a long time. He was one of the top two, and then he's out of that. And Trump's seeing this, and he's going, It's cheating. That's what they're doing when it takes so much time. They're cheating. It's a fraud. It's an election fraud. And he's trying to be like that. And they're going, no, they just haven't done counting the votes. But he's trying to call election fraud. This is the first shot across the bow, because this is the plan all along. If the Democrats win, cry out, they've cheated, it's election fraud, and then we must confiscate the votes in order to investigate. And then they tell you who won rather than counting the votes, which is actual election. So they're trying that already, which is creepy, because that means they're signaling that's what they're going to do with other stuff, like in November. That's the plan. So that's kind of the one creepy thing about Pratt's election. The other guy in Maine, he's a Democrat, this oddball in Maine. This is where Stephen King lives. He's kind of, you can look up Stephen King Instagram or this kind of thing, or follow him on Twitter. He's got some stuff to say about politics, Stephen King, but I like what he says too. But in Maine, there's that guy, I forget his name, had that Nazi death head tattoo, which he got tattooed over. He told his girlfriend, check out my death head, my what is it, Totenkopf? Look at my Nazi tattoo, look at this, man. He said, Totenkopf, it's my Totenkopf. The girlfriend heard that. She talks about that. This is years ago. And he's like, I don't know. I don't remember. No, I didn't say that. And he tattooed it over to look like something else, I think. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I had no idea. How could you get a giant, this is like this big on his chest. How could you get a giant tattoo and not know what that is? It doesn't make sense. And also just denying it. So he's just denying it to the public. So he's a real lie to your face on camera to the people, that type of guy. It's like, no, He's not going to... People like it even if you do something horrible as a political candidate. If you come clean, they like it. I mean, you're apt to be favored. You know, if you lie to the public, they don't like that. The deception, like, I'm fooling you. I'm selling you bad goods. They don't like to be conned. Then it's bad. So that guy's probably not going to make it. But the people in Maine are going... I think they're going, he's a strong candidate, and some, like, the little old ladies like him. Look at, he's a burly guy with a mustache. I don't know what the frick. People, like, they vote for different reasons, and that's a lot to be real for real. Anyways, it's all that. Hawaii's got news, too. I don't know what it is, but we'll check. Oh, you know what? Look, we can kind of check out a little bit. Look, see? Let me have something here. Oh, there's some type of, look, it's a headline. Ooh, it's a spooky, look, it's like invisible ink. Oh, what could it be? I obviously gotta get this thing going shorter. Alright, let's run this Hawaii news. The new HMSA, which is the health insurance, they're going to have this different pay the doctor thing, which pay service, so you get a service and then you pay for it instead of just paying. Their new method, which is kind of, I don't know, is it messed up or better for the doctor? I'm not sure. But they're delaying installing that until January 1st. So I'm officially connected to that. So, risk reduction. Emergency officials encourage homeowners wanting to prepare for hurricanes. They rezoned the what's in a hurricane zone, so some people have to get that kind of a flood insurance and stuff like that now or something. So yeah, And in sports, it's basketball. Oh, Trump attended one of these Knicks and Spurs thing. The Spurs from San Antonio beat the New York Knicks that particular game. But the Knicks are generally up there. So Trump, blocked all the security just to go to a Knicks game. That people didn't like that. They booed the hell out of him. Yes, they did. Why does he do that? I don't know. Oh, back in the day, yeah. In 1968, when you want to relax, just take your tractor out and mow down the corn. Build yourself a baseball field. Here's Molokai Seed Service using a mechanical harvester instead of backed up by hand picking. Cross production to seed corn. Growing condition hybrid plant strains faster. Growing conditions that could be developed in the mainland. Oh, 68. They're on GMO corn. Okay, that's nice, I guess. And then there's a bomb stuck in the ground. Yeah, so much fun. Look, we got a bomb, yay! Didn't blow up. And they go next door and take pictures. Veiling homelessness, camp stuff, tourism stuff, what the heck? Oh, with political cartoon. The simple-celled organisms are not only dividing, they're gerrymandering.
Ooh, she blinded me with science.
The gerrymandering cells. Oh, what do we got? There's...
Aloha ambassadors wanting to see the newspaper, the plastic bag, the newspaper, through the WWII and a casket station.
Yes, we did this one, yeah, alright.
Trump in charge has brought crisis and grief.
I feel compelled to respond to a letter.
No need to live in fear. Trump is in charge. Cite our Article June 4th.
At this juncture, rabid Donald Trump supporters must be branded for what they are: delusional. The world is a constant state of crisis because of Trump. He began an unnecessary war, started losing it, and fell deep into a rabbit hole from which he cannot find an exit. As a result, the world economy is in tatters. Don't forget the tariffs. Much needed oil and other supplies are tied up in the Strait of Hormuz. America's reputation and standing in the world has diminished to its lowest point since before World War II. Prices are going through the roof. The president sneers with open contempt for the rule of law while undertaking yet another grift of public money. If this is making the hard choices, give me an honest indecisive leader 7 days a week, Sidney Goldstein. Well, Ely. Oh, thank you, Sidney, for sending in your letter there. Yeah, figuring that out, just now. Forgot about the tariffs. The Mexico-Canadian alliance thing, the MCA or something like that, is being ditched or something because Trump doesn't like Canada, because Canada made a commercial of ridiculing Trump tariffs. The tariffs are still on Canada. Tariffs are still smashing around, they're not completely gone. Making hard. He's like, make America great again. Is this America great again? A lot of those people are make America great again. They're thinking of bring back the 1950s, like that was the golden era of America, was the 50s, before those hippies. But they're making America great again in Trump's eyes is make Trump great again. Make Trump a multi-billionaire because he can't stand being second-hand to Elon or something. He's not the biggest, and then him and his family. And honestly, go slowly. Okay, honestly, I don't think Trump is long for this world. There's a lot of medical stuff, and I think it's pretty soon for this guy. But it's still yet he's power mad. Could be this, I don't know, that MAA fight in the front yard for his birthday, that's coming up on the 14th, that's a Sunday, June, it's Flag Day, but it's really Trump's birthday. It's make Trump great again stuff. It's, he's not the country, and I don't know, people, if they're wise enough, the best thing to do is to blue wave that midterm election. Because who are you going to miss? Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, Dr. Oz, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Nobody understands.
You won't miss these ones. These are detriments. Anyways, aloha. Have a nice Tuesday. Aloha to you. Aloha.
Oh, look, it's gonna be sunny. Oh, gosh, the sun came up so early. Oh, aloha. Oh, aloha to you. Aloha to you.